The bottom line is, if there's any deal on immigration, any deal, it's got to include funding and enough money for the border wall, period, ending chain migration, and make it a merit-based system, doesn't it?
Well, of course, Sean. I mean, this last election wasn't about DACA. If it was, Hillary Clinton would have won it. I mean, the reason Donald Trump is the President of the United States today is that our election was about border security and having an immigration policy that put the interests of Americans first. This entire shutdown highlighted the real game plan of the Democrats. And it's not to fight for working Americans. It's not to fight for the American economy. Their top priority are the well-being of illegal aliens, so much so that they would put it over the funding of the government. Now, do I think that there may be some DACA negotiation that the president can work out that leans into an America First ideology? I want to be open-minded, but the important thing to remember is that our true north, the reason our voters sent here, was to finally, after a generation of incompetence on both sides of the aisle, get this border secure, and those are the priorities we got to fight for.
And what do you say, Lee Zeldin?
It's so important that it includes the full funding for the border wall. Senator Schumer can play a game walking into the White House. He can say, I'm giving you your money, and it's actually a fraction of the money, not all of the money. Then he walks out, say, the president wouldn't be able to take yes for an answer. I also don't like seeing the attacks being made on the president and Stephen Miller, the people who are around him, who are fighting for these other priorities that are part of the immigration debate. President Trump and the people he's surrounded with are people who believe that every nation's backbone is its rule of law. They believe that a nation without borders is no nation at all. They believe that when you have a leak, the first thing you do, you turn off the faucet. You don't take out a mop. And it's important that all this other stuff gets done. Now, it's also critical that in these talks with people like Senator Lindsey Graham or Senator Jeff Flake, just because they signed off on a deal, that doesn't mean that
they're out of touch with their base. And just because they want amnesty and have wanted amnesty for years, this is about what the president ran on. And I say no deal unless the wall and the chain migration, merit-based system, and put this to rest forever. I got to let you all go. Thank you all for being with us. 800-940.